Hey there, gang. What I've got for you guys is a match using a build that a lot of you have probably seen before. This is probably my favorite comfort build at the moment because all of the perks in this build, along with the add-ons, make you feel like you have a lot of agency in Chase. Chase is not a weak point at probably any point for the majority of maps. Now, you probably won't win every match because it doesn't have Corrupt, it doesn't have Pain Res, or any type of gen blocking, slowdown, etc. And that means that if survivors are on their objective and you make a couple of mistakes, probably, gonna struggle to win. But what I, like about this build is how fun the chases are. You've got Coup de Grace, of course, for its insane lethality. You got Zancian Tactics to help you when it comes to transitioning between tiles and setting up your bottles on the move to maintain your momentum. Save the best for last in order to have that extra lethality between health states. And this actually came very, major clutch when it comes to winning us this game specifically, because we were sent to Haddonfield. Now, as far as Unrelenting didn't really help us too much for that reason. Unrelenting's not very great on Haddonfield. But again, going back to save the best for last, this perk was basically what allowed us to win the game due to our objective control. And we'll get more into that after the match, but, I just kind of wanted to talk about this build because, like I said, at the moment, it's my favorite comfort build, and it's what allowed us to produce this excellent showcase that I'm about to put before you guys. All that really affects is like she's able to see me as I see her with Cigar Box. But I was playing against her at Killer Shack, and I'm not even kidding, gang. I couldn't fucking catch her like 90% of the time. And remember, she didn't have an advantage over me. We're basically on the exact same footing. I had Windows, I had Zanjan, she had Windows. I had Cigar Box, she had Object. And I could not fucking catch her. And this is with me pinking and everything. So this is with the intensity, right? Good survivors are not going to get affected by the pinking. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't see. Oh, woe is me. You know what I mean? They're gonna be maybe a little bit annoyed, but you're still not going to hit them if you don't know how to play around the intoxication. Hey, Vardis. Unrelenting is so good. Oh yeah, I just put out a video on that too. It's underrated, but I think the problem and why a lot of people, I think it's two factors. A, people misunderstand what it's used for. B, it doesn't show itself consistently like every single game and like once every 2 to 3 chases or every chase like with Coup. And people are like, it's not a good perk. But, that's kind of why I wanted to put out that video. That video showed where Unrelenting came in clutch a single time. And the resulting, everything that followed that, I just don't have anyone else I can chase, by the way, with pre-run distance. Remember, they had so much pre-run distance in its Haddonfield. That's why I came back to this hook. I figure I can at least bare minimum go for the scene gen. But yeah, one use of Unrelenting won me the game. No joke. Probably just gonna set this up to kick it. She's smart to pre-drop this. Wow, okay. Smart to pre-drop, but I don't know about this one, gang. I can't pick this up. She's probably like, what the fuck is he doing? Pre-drop that shit. I guarantee she's like, what the fuck is he doing? For a second, I thought I knew what else. Removing it is crazy. Well, it's not completely removed. It's not completely removed, I don't know if you've actually seen what it looks like. It's still, like, there. But, I mean, yeah, it's not like, like... I think people genuinely relied on it too much. I'm not... I had it kind of... What's the phrase? I had it expressed to me, and I'm not even kidding. There are people out there who played Clown so much they got the Prestige 100, and they, because of the pink change with the intensity, they're not playing Clown anymore. And it's like, even despite everything else, and it's kind of just like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, that, you know why I seldom ever think about that change? Because against the good survivors, it's not gonna come into play, Where is that? Where's the pink intensity helping me right now, gang? Where's it helping me right now? You know what I mean? Not anywhere. Because I just spent the last 20 seconds in chase having to rely on yellows and not pinks because yellows are more efficient. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of symptomatic of what I'm talking about right there. And that's with the intensity. being like on live, you know? Oh, you have seen it? Okay. Well, I mean, I still wouldn't say it's completely removed. You know, it's all semantics and perspective. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Remember, we created a whole fucking dead zone over here. That's good. She knew I was gonna directly interrupt it. We have 8 stacks. We might force second. Not to be entirely too stinky, but I want to punish them, what's the phrase? I use punish in a game terminology, by the way, when I say that. Not like, ooh, wow, you use that perk and it makes me so angry. Like, no, punishing in like a, yeah. There we go. Throw away fucking 4 of my Q stacks here. We don't have any way to force a grab, so I'm just gonna hook while we've got everybody injured before they've had a chance to heal. Damn, Sprint Burst Gaming. I'm gonna go ahead and kick this again, actually, I think. We know if they're healing, they have to be healing with a med kit. This puts that 5%. The new base kit kicks are a lot stronger. It's almost like, it's definitely, she had to have been healing with a med kit. Too far away for me to consider chasing. Too much pre-run distance on this main building. This hook is very strong. Get a lot of value out of this hook. They have to heal before they come in. She's too far. I mean, then again, I don't want to be hitting her anyways because, you know, she's the obsession. We don't get Stabiffle stacks from that. There we go. They tapped us yet? No, they didn't. That's good. That means we're getting the regression going there. Steve wants to, but he can't. He tried, I think. I think he actually tried, but he wasn't able to get it going in time. Notice he hasn't healed yet. That tells me he doesn't have a way to heal himself, and he hasn't gotten together with his teammates. I might just commit to him. Oh my gosh. If I had 2 more bottles, I'd be able to play this, unless I... Oh my... Oh! I knew the bloom was going to help me, by the way. The makeup kit plus the bloom got me that hit. It's smart for Meg to come in for this save because she's the obsession. And if she really, really tries to contest this chase here, that means she can take a lot of Stabiffle stacks out of me. But she's not doing it all. Instead, she's got, oh my gosh, remember, she's got off the record. This is actually very, very smart. Notice that she's not trying to play a pallet at this point. She's just forcing me to give her off the record value. There we go. We needed that pink for that medium vault. Holy shit. Not today, Big Sean. Oh, shit. No way. Oh my gosh, dude. Y'all are wild. He might have got. Let's go. 5 stacks. Y'all, if we didn't have Save the Best for Last, we would not get that off in time, by the way. Save the Best for Last actually just saved us there. Holy shit. Really good attempt, though. Again, definitely worth Save the Best for Last. Warranted its perk slot and actually gave us game-winning pressure. Play the buff killers. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Oh, he has sprint burst. He doesn't have that hard. This was definitely not a bad team, by the way. We got such good zone control off these hooks. Like, that corner hook is so deadly. There's not really a lot they can do because, again, a lot of the strength of this hook for Survivor, if there's any at all, are these 2 pallets. They need these 2 pallets to help them get the main, especially if they don't have anybody body blocking for them. And, well, you know, they kind of did it, right? So, You know, that one chase with the Yoon Jin, where not only were we able to down her first chase, but we were also able to get both pallets dropped and kicked. That was huge for us on this map. That one hedge tile is probably one of the few pallets you will kick. Can you come here, Nancy? Just kind of hoping for this direct hit here to put it on the staircase. It's fine though. If I reacted to that, that was a hit. It's fine. We're just gonna have to roll this. Ooh. I don't know if that was actually what she should be doing here, but I mean, we're gonna have to reload mid-chase anyways. Surprised she didn't go for pallet. Then again, she's getting hit regardless what she does, so I mean, maybe it's better to get the hit here, so... 5-2, no. She's gonna run backward. I don't know what I'm doing here, hold on. This... Hey, Koo, good. Oh, wow, perfect. That actually does work out. Look at that. No dead hard. Good stuff. Actually, good chase, though. Actually, good chase on her part. Good help. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's only 2 survivors left. I really might as well just camp this with all respect. Oh. GG's. Yeah, I know, that's what she did. I was like... Double back, smart. We hear her footsteps. She's downstairs? Or am I crazy? No, she is downstairs. I was right, gang. Joe, she's definitely still downstairs. There's only 2 ways out. Keep that in mind. I don't think she's left yet. Yep. She has OTR? Staircase is this way. Oh my gosh. I understand why she didn't want to pre-drop. It slows her down and she knows I'm just gonna yellow bottle. Good chase. Respect. That damn. We heard her footsteps. I wouldn't have caught her without hearing her footsteps because she had off the record. I couldn't have seen her through cigar box. I think he already left. Damn, he almost pulled off that flashbang. Well played. So normally Haddonfield is considered a very problematic map for Clown, given that the main building tiles are hard for him to use as bottles and catch survivors with optimal pre-run distance, but we didn't exactly have that problem in this match. Why is that? In this match, after we downed the Steve and we started our chase with the Yoon Jin, in our very first chase, we were able to get her to drop 2 pallets. Not only did we get her to drop these 2 pallets, we were able to down her afterward, hook her around the area of those pallets, and efficiently kick these pallets before transitioning onto our next chase. But these weren't ordinary pallets. These two pallets were probably the most important pallets on the entire map. Once these two pallets are gone, that top right corner of Haddonfield becomes a dead zone. And south of that corner, at the furthest point from the main building in a dead zone with no other pallets around it, especially after these pallets have been kicked, is pretty much a guaranteed hook spawn. And to make matters worse, this hook spawn was at the deepest point of our 3-gen. So what this meant is that with our build, when we had coup de grace, save the best for last, and Zancian tactics, we had a convenient point of rotation that ensured that no matter who we chased, they were not getting to any building. Now, I think at one point they were able to get to the south side of the building, but again, when you consider our perks, we have Cigar Box, we have Makeup Kit, we have Coup de Grace, Ancient Tactics. I am able to pinpoint and play very optimally, especially on account of my 4,000 plus hours on Clown alone. We were chasing Nancy at one point. She tried to chain from the main building, but you know, I have my yellow bottles with the extra duration. I still had enough bottles with the pink and the this and the that. You know, that's like another example. Like basically the only buildings that they were able to go to essentially were not only too late into the match itself, but they weren't able to get value on account of our build. Now, as far as everywhere else, why were the gens not getting completed? Not only were we splitting pressure, but when it comes to actually needing to go in for the saves were just never worth it for them at a macro level. They were just not, as far as actually getting on the generators themselves, they needed to get more progress sooner. And since they didn't get that progress sooner and all the injuries started getting spread, all my save the best for last, best for last decks started to add up. That meant that as I kept hooking people in that corner, that meant that nobody could make it to the buildings, which meant we circumvented the main problem. So that's really what this match boiled down to. Look at their builds. We had survivors with sprint burst, one with off the record, distortion. These survivors as a whole, they didn't have casual builds. Now, obviously they could have had sweatier builds, but you know, this is a pretty decent team and individually they all played very well. So that's kind of just what I wanted to show you guys. Not only just how strong Save the Best for Last can be on this map, but also how well all of these chase perks work together. And we were still able to win even though we didn't have any gen perks because we played the best into our chase potential and especially recognizing the value of our hooks. So other than that, I hope y'all really enjoyed this match. I thought it was very interesting and very fun to play myself. This build, like I said, is my favorite comfort build. If you are not stressing winning every single match and you are just playing for the chases, perhaps you want to learn to play Clown better. Perhaps that's just how you like to play Dead by Daylight. I've got people in my community who don't play to win as sweaty and tunnely as I do on some occasions, which is why I've started to tailor my content in that fashion, you know? So if you're interested in learning how to play Clown better, I have a very detailed Clown guide that I'll be sure to link in the description. As y'all can see by the name, we're past 200 pages. And lastly, I stream live on Twitch during the weekdays. So if you want to catch this match in person and perhaps interact with me and ask me questions, I'll have a link to that in the description as well. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and I'll see y'all next time. Later, gang.